10th and September 10th, and it's 1:49 p.m.
Okay.
Of course, you already know me. We've talked a couple times on a couple different cases, okay? I want to talk a little bit more to you about Daniel Underwood and what happened the other night, okay? Just have a few questions, some questions that have surfaced, I guess, since I talked to you that morning, okay? Now, how long, you were living at that residence, right, 331? Okay, how long have you been living there, okay?
About 3 months.
About 3 months. Okay, and y'all, refresh my memory, how long have y'all been dating?
4 months.
4 months, okay. So you moved in, you moved in with them pretty much a month after y'all started dating. Yeah, y'all were engaged, right? Okay. Were y'all having any kind of problems or anything? No problems at all?
Fight about anything.
Okay. Well, and because, you know, there's been stuff going around town and everything.
Yeah, I know. It's hard for me to look for a job right now.
Were you planning on leaving them?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
Because I've heard that rumor too.
Do you know why people would be saying that right now?
I have no idea.
Okay. But you were not planning on leaving?
No.
Y'all weren't having any
We were
problems?
planning a vacation this weekend because my birthday's tomorrow. We were going to Shreveport for the weekend.
Okay.
I mean, we already set a wedding date and, you know, we had plans set up.
Okay. I want to talk to you a little bit about the gun, and I'm just going to sort of skip around here, okay, because I've got just some different things I want to talk about. The shotgun. Where did that shotgun come from? Do you know?
I thought it came from his dad. I thought his dad gave it to him, is what he told me. I thought but I've heard around town that some guy named Mike gave it to him or Brandon gave it to him. I've heard 3 different stories, so I don't know.
Had you seen the shotgun before?
Yes.
When was the first time you saw it?
When I moved in, because he kept it behind his side of the bed, loaded.
Okay. In y'all's bedroom again, that was the bedroom on the
left.
As you walked down the hall on the left, right? Whose room was on the opposite, just right
opposite was his boy's room.
His boy's room, okay. So he kept that right behind his bed, you say?
Right behind his side of the bed.
Right behind his side of the bed. Okay. Did you ever know him to use the gun?
I never knew if he's ever used a gun. I don't know.
Okay. Y'all never went out shooting with it or
No,
anything like that?
no, I have carried it when we moved out to Cypress Springs. Like, see, we had decided since he was getting a job in Lone Star that we were going to move closer. So we rented a house on the lake in Cypress Springs.
When was this?
I've got the lease agreement and everything.
Y'all already moved out there?
We moved out there. Moved half of our stuff out there. We stayed one night, and we both said, this isn't right, this doesn't feel right, and we moved back.
Well, about how long ago was it?
A month, maybe.
About
3 weeks.
Okay.
But I had carried the gun from the truck to the house
Now,
at Cypress Springs.
Had y'all completely moved everything back from there?
Yeah, we moved everything back from there.
Okay. Had you ever fired that gun or anything? Never?
I've fired one gun in my life, and that was a 380 years ago.
Well, I think you mentioned back when I talked to you that morning that the gun would come apart whenever it was shot.
That's what he told me.
When did he tell you that?
I don't like guns, so I told him I didn't like it being loaded, and that's when we started talking about it. He said if you ever have to use it, because he was working nights at Hydro at the time.
Yeah.
He said if you ever have to use it, it's a 50-50 chance for it to go off because something was broken on it or something, and it pops open or something for the shell to eject.
Okay.
He said the shell wouldn't always eject or something. I don't know anything about guns.
When was that y'all talked about that?
I don't know, a couple months ago.
Okay. Now, where did he keep ammunition for?
It was in the Durango. We cleaned, we had the Durango detailed, and he put them in the garage, and he was looking for them, I guess about when we moved. He was looking for them so he could move them with his gun, and we couldn't find them anywhere.
Yeah.
So they're misplaced in the garage somewhere, I guess.
Did he always keep a bullet in it, a shell in it? Okay. Now, you say y'all shared that checking account?
Well, I wasn't on it, but he gave me his checkbook and his credit cards and for me to use because I deposited my checks in that account.
Okay. And where were your checks from?
My mom's office.
What's the name of that office?
Billing Management Services.
Billing Management Services.
Mm-hmm.
So you deposit the Billing Management Services check into that account?
And my mother's personal check she gave me, which would be under Memory Nelson.
What Nelson?
Memory,
Memory
M-E-M-O-R-Y.
Okay. So you signed some of his checks? Did you sign his name or your name?
D. Underwood. That's what he told me to write.
D. Underwood. And you had his permission to do this?
Yes, I did.
Would anybody else know this?
My mother.
Your mother? Would anybody else know this?
I don't know. I never talked about our finances with anybody, so.
Okay.
Except for my mother.
I want to go back to the time right after the shooting, okay? You called his mother at some point in time.
After I got off the phone with 911, I called his parents immediately.
And whose phone did you use to do that with?
His phone.
His phone. And you used his phone also to call 911?
Yeah, because it was the closest phone to me.
Now, I believe you told me that night that, I'm having to sort of refresh myself with notes and stuff, but when the gunshot went off, actually, did you actually see him? Did you actually see him when the gunshot went off?
He was 6 inches from my face.
He was 6 inches from
like
your
I
face.
said, I've got a bruise still here from the butt of the gun.
Right.
I mean, we were face to face.
Were you holding his hand at that time?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't remember. I didn't remember you saying that, but again,
no, I had dropped to my knees, and when I stood back up is when he shot the gun is when I stood back up.
Okay. And where's your bruise at again?
Right here. Starting to itch now, so hopefully it's healing.
I've heard out there, and like I say, this is something that I don't recall, but tell me if I'm incorrect, because I wasn't there initially. Okay, but was he holding any kind of divorce papers or anything?
No.
Have you heard that?
I heard that story, and I've heard everything in town. Those divorce papers from him and Amber are folded up on the passenger side, in the visor on the passenger side of the Durango. And that's where they've been since he got them.
They're on the visor in the passenger side of the Durango?
They're up in the, yeah.
Are they still there?
I don't know. I don't have the Durango. They took the truck from me and everything, so.
Did you...
They were there when I handed over the truck.
His cell phone, now you given it to his parents, right? And the computer also, is that right?
Yeah, I just wanted to get my stuff off of it.
Did you erase everything off of both of them?
I just erased my stuff.
Off of what, the computer?
The laptop, yeah.
What about the phone?
I didn't erase anything off the phone.
Did anybody you know erase anything off the phone?
Yes.
What?
Jason erased the numbers.
Jason.
I don't know his last name. Cheney's husband.
Who's Cheney?
His best friend. I don't know their last name.
Who's best friend?
Daniel.
Daniel's best friend's husband? You don't know their last name and their best friends?
I just met Cheney the other day. They always talk on the phone. Davis Street.
Davis Street? Where at? Describe the house to me.
1011 Davis Street, I believe. 1011 Davis Street, I think.
North or South Davis?
That way.
Where did they drive?
A black Camry.
Why?
Because I asked him to. I asked him to get my numbers out. My friend's numbers and my number.
From what I understand, just about everything was taken out.
Well, it fell, and when I dropped it, the battery came out. He's had problems with that phone. It's erased numbers before. I just had him erase my phone number.
I can take batteries out of my phone.
I know. His was messed up, though. It's done it before with us. But I just erased my phone number, my parents' phone number, and
I don't understand the purpose of doing that.
because I knew she was going to start with me because of what's going on. They have to have somebody to blame, and I didn't need her calling any of my friends. You know, because it's all slander she's doing in town. I mean, I went to look for a job yesterday because now I have to get a job, and nobody will even look at me for an interview.
But when you erase stuff, you just give her ammunition.
Well, yeah, and I thought about that yesterday when they met me at my mom and dad's
And what
house.
all did you erase from the computer?
Just my personal stuff. I didn't erase it. I downloaded it on, well, I guess I did erase it from the computer. I just downloaded like my divorce papers that I had on there. My file that I had transferred over from my mom's computer to that one. It's all on disk. That's all I did.
Did anybody else erase anything else?
No, nobody else touched the laptop.
So none of his stuff is erased off there? No banking stuff is erased off of there?
No.
The only thing you erased from it is?
My file.
Your file. And what does your file consist of?
My daughter's pictures, divorce papers that are mine, my resume.
And, you know, if anything else, okay, because I'll tell you honestly, okay, I'm going to be forced to forensically examine the computer
I
and
know
the
that's
phone, okay?
fine.
And even though it's erased,
It's still there.
I'm going to pull it up.
Oh, I know.
It may take me a month, 2 months to get
Oh, I
it
know.
out,
That's all I erased.
but it's all going to come back.
That's
okay?
all I erased. I just put it on a CD-RW.
Okay. A lot of this stuff, what I'm being told, is coming from you, okay? That you said that he was holding the divorce papers when this happened.
No, I didn't say that.
That you said you was holding hands with him when this happened.
I grabbed his hand when he hit the floor, and I never said anything about his divorce.
Well, all I'm telling you is what I've been hearing.
Oh, I thought you said you heard that from me.
No. The other thing I've been told is that you have said that you and I were having some sort of relation.
What?
Now,
I said that we had a case that you were helped tips on before. That's how I knew you.
Okay.
I would never. Oh my God, this shit.
Because that's not true. That's
definitely not true.
Okay.
No, I never said that, and I never said that he was holding divorce papers. I know who said that. Jason told Amber that, which is Amber's daughter's uncle.
Jason, and this
And
is the same
Jason. Because he told me he told her that, and I said, why did you tell her that? And I never got an answer out of him, so I don't know what the deal is there. But
and
I
this
never
is the same Jason that you gave the cell phone to have it erased.
Yes. And I never said anything about him holding the divorce papers. I never said I was holding his hand when this happened. I grabbed his hand when he hit the floor.
Is there any more rumors out there that I can anticipate hearing?
Not that I know of. I think that pretty much covers all the ones I've heard.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, okay, this business of changing anything, okay, altering anything is going to stop right here and now, okay?
Right. I don't have anything in his.
Well, I understand that, okay, but you've already erased the